Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Living Worlds of Darkness, Rage Across New York, the Groove Venue. Today's scene happens after a howl of introduction was made last night, a howl made by an individual that introduced himself as Born of Thorns. Born of Thorns is an Athro Arun of the Fianna tribe, and he has come calling for one Aiden Lynch. He hasn't said anything since the howl of introduction. But nobody has seen Murder Hobo in quite some time.
Yeah, eventually, after helping 10 Point clean herself up after the little mission they went on, Aiden will be walking with a lot of purpose to where the Fianna Athro is.
Where is the Fianna Athro?
I don't know. From what I understood, he was in the Umbra.
To make the howl of introduction, yes.
Yes, that's what Aiden is now thinking. He's like, shit, where is he? So what Aiden will use very quickly is Pulse of the Prey, if that's feasible to get a beat on this guy and find out where the hell he is. I believe that is intelligence enigmas or perception enigmas.
Let me double check. Double check. Double check.
Let me make sure we are set up really fast. What?
There we go. Sense of the prey, pulse of the prey. There we go. No roll is required unless the target is hiding actively. Intent alone is not enough, in which case a perception enigmas roll is made against the difficulty of the target's wits and stealth. If the target is a spirit, the difficulty is the spirit's gnosis. You can tell he's not hiding.
Okay.
Not actively hiding. He is towards the sept.
Yeah, make his way kind of following the beat, keeping 10 Point with him as well, and making sure that she's well covered after ripping her antlers off. But hey, but yeah, he'll make sure she's well accustomed and will follow along to the beat of the pulse.
The pulse steadily increases as you get towards the shrines.
Okay. Keeps following along and look to 10 Point and just nod.
And since most of the shrines are in various places, is this any particular shrine, buddy pal friend?
This is actually the shrine to Great White Mouse that you are heading towards.
Kieran.
Yeah.
Once you go into the shrine, you will see you'll see a man kneeling down before the shrine of Great White Mouse. You see that he actually has a bottle of squeezy cheese, and he is making sort of this, just sort of a pile of cheese. And you hear the telltale sign of the can, or the telltale sound of the can emptying. And he pauses for a moment. He pauses. You see him reach back behind his suit jacket into sort of a hidden pocket that's right at the small of his back. And you see him pull out a very wide Celtic knife. It's hilted in bone and bronze.
His eyes widen as he'll make his way slowly there, not making too much noise to disturb him, but once he gets closer...
If you're trying not to make noise, trying not to interrupt this, I'm gonna ask for a dexterity stuff.
Sorry. Hey. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. You don't interrupt what this person is doing. He pulls out the knife, and you see him hold it up for a second, and you can see the hilt. In fact, if you're looking at it, I just go ahead and make a perception alertness.
Sure.
Real quick. 10 point, you can do it too.
2 successes.
How many?
2. 2 for me.
3.
2. 2 and 3. Okay, both of you see it then. At the bottom of the hilt of the wide knife, you see the face of a man wearing a headdress. This headdress looks to be a deer, and the hilt actually branches out in bone antlers just for a bit. It's not very elaborate, but it's there. He brings the dagger out of sight for a second, and you can hear a and a quick inhale through the teeth. And the man holds his now cut hand over the pile of cheese. And you hear him say, "Thank you, Great White Mouse, for welcoming me." And he holds his hand for a second. He puts the knife back into the sheath at the small of his back. And he gets up and he turns around.
And yeah, Aiden, the moment he turns around and clocks Aiden, Aiden will immediately get to one knee and present his neck.
Yeah, 10 point will likewise, as he begins to spin even, will probably be halfway down, falling to her knees, leaning back slightly, tipping her chin to the ceiling.
Aiden Lynch Krause, Fianna Ragabash, Foster of the Nation, known as Trident Twilight, Tamer of Dragons, Iron Will of Stag. I heard you were looking for me, Raya.
And as the pause continues, 10 point will follow suit. Raya, I am 10 point. Metasporn Thayer to the Fianna. Foster into the Nation. Deeded 1,000 cuts.
We'll take a deep breath for a second. Hang around the two of them. Does Aiden have any visible scars?
Yes, he does. He will have one going down his neck, which is it looks like shrapnel. And if he walks around his back, as Aiden is wearing actually a tank top, he will see visible more shrapnel silver scars going down his shoulders, and he will see him at the beginning of a Morgan tattoo, but he will also see very violent-looking scars starting at his back. If he even looks to intrigue, Aiden won't interrupt him as he lifts up his shirt. His back is shredded. It looks like something exploded on top of his back. It's very violent-looking.
You around rather not softly, but at the same time rude. Push your head forward to tilt it back.
Oh yeah, Aiden will even remove his shirt, and there's more silver bullet marks, claw marks all over his chest and his back as well. He's covered in them.
And then he'll step over to 10 Point. Does 10 Point have any visible scars?
10 Point does, and seeing as he's clearly looking for them, will make some small gestures. She has a line that is silver burned, but obviously not a cut that broke skin per se. Or actually, it probably did a bit. It's more of a welt and a line across her cheeks and nose. There is a very clear silver cut down one side of her lips. And she will first pull her hair aside. Her back is littered with, I believe it was 5 more silver lash marks, and there's just this horrific permanent discoloration above her kidneys, or I should say, yeah, on the skin just above her kidneys. And she will go so far as well as to slightly lift one side of her shirt, where on her rib cage a tri-spiral has been carved into her skin, again with silver. And should he continue staring, will take the time to run her fingers through her hair, splitting it and pulling back a portion so that the very, very base of her antlers is visible. It's not much more than sockets with a bit of dried blood in them, but it's still very much
At
there.
least you aren't presumptuous enough to walk around with antlers in the middle of the sand.
No, Raya.
I'm guessing you know why I've come here.
Aiden will nod. Yes, Raya.
Walk with me.
You stand up.
And because I can't do it, I really can't do it. I've tried. You will notice this man's voice is tinged with the slightest Boston accent.
Ah.
And as they rouse to leave, unless she is like snapped for or called for, 10 Point will stay right where she is.
He did say walk with me.
Okay. She's not necessarily the kind to assume that means her, but if there's any pause, she will hastily get to her feet and follow.
You will notice that when you do wait, I'll wait for you to catch up.
That's fine. She will. She does not expect him to. Now she'll hurry the first few steps until she's made up the distance, and then just walk along.
I haven't been to this sept in many years.
Nod. It's a decent place. It's a change of pace from back home, but it's a decent place.
It's a place for bleeding heart liberals.
Ain't no nod. It is.
But Mother Larissa, good enough.
They have their purpose, just as the ones who stick to the traditions of the litany.
Everyone has their purpose. And that's part of the reason why I'm here. I'm here to see your purpose. Why is our name past your lips so much?
I wish to join.
And you think joining us, a good way to do that, is to scream about us, about our existence, about who we are, what we do, to bring attention to the Brotherhood.
He'll rub his chin as he's walking. I merely praised your deeds, what you are, what you serve, and what you represent.
What do we represent?
Represent the Fianna and our ability to react and fight like we did for thousands of years against our enemy. You are the front line. The people who actually are out there making the difference. Fighting. Serving the purpose. A brotherhood.
What does it mean to fight on the front lines as a Fianna?
As a Fianna, she'll smile. It's everything. We are the people that can rally them. Our passion, our fury. We are the people that give them hope, even if it's fragile. Us on the front line, means the nation has examples to follow, as heroes to sing about every night. We don't ask.
Our purpose is for glory.
Not just for glory. Not just for glory, but an example. A standard. It's more than that. It shows that no matter how much diversity we'll all have with each other, that we're united under one purpose. Glory always comes, no matter what part of the nation you're in. It's part of the fight. But it's more respect for each other and respect for what Hearn stands for. Respect for what the stag stands for. And the wisdom of a trained warrior. We represent all these things.
What does it mean to be Fianna to you?
To me, I'll smile and look out at the sept. To be a Fianna is to live. There may be harsh times, there may be sad times, joyful, maybe vengeance. To be a Fianna is to live and to know and to understand what it is to live and to die by the nation's grace and stag's watchful eye. To be a Fianna is to accept, you look over, that we're all doomed to die in this war. But by the end of it all, we will leave our mark in this world one way or another, and it's how we choose to carry that makes us truly who we are.
Hmm. So what are you, in terms of the tribe?
A Ragabash.
No, that doesn't answer my question.
I'm a warrior.
Are you? Because I've heard about you. Boy, many of us have. Your marriage, for one. You know, she was supposed to go to a brother. You know that, right?
Look over. I do.
So, explain to me why I shouldn't listen to the words of my other brothers and think of you as nothing more than a waste of good pussy.
Ain't no smirk. If you would have listened to your brother, you wouldn't have came here. You would have written me off already.
How did you know I didn't come here to kill you for your presumption?
You would have done it already. You would have gotten on with it because it's your duty, and I would have accepted it. Or you could have tried, at least.
Maybe I don't want it to see if I was sent to pass judgment over. Let's talk some more.
Nod and keep walking.
Your sept. Those that protect this cairn, they've lost someone recently.
A nod.
By the looks of it, you lost someone too.
Brother, yeah. Though he was not of my tribe, he was still a brother.
I heard the howl of the stargazer.
A nod. Another one is after dying as well today. Wendigo.
You've lost another one.
A nod. A former packmate.
So, you've lost two people. In the span of a week.
Yeah.
Do you know why the Brotherhood originally existed? Why it was created?
I've heard the stories, but
The Fianna needed a rapid response team. That is the purpose for which we take recruits. We teach how to be better warriors for the tribe. We protect cairns, boy. And you've lost two. What did you do to protect them?
turn. His eyes will go cold. I have the scars to prove it.
Scars are
There's
frames
only a reason why
put
one
on stories.
Because I gave everything for them. They may be my brother, but we can't save everyone.
No, we can't. So what are you doing in response? Are you gaining vengeance? Or are you learning from this?
Just smile and look out at the Sept again. I got my vengeance. And it wasn't for their deaths, it was for something personal. And that vengeance, you look over, is a lesson on what to do and what not to do. And I've paid for it the hard way.
Good. Vengeance is a waste of time.
New turn, is it?
Yes.
Why?
But because it leaves you open. It leaves you vulnerable.
It'll nod. And what if it at one point was the only thing you had left? And you built yourself back out of that vengeance? What would you say about a man who did that?
I would say I hope you learned the lesson never to allow that to happen again.
Ain't no nod. The man learned.
Good. I'm not making my decision yet, boy. But if I'm to call you brother, you will need to prove you're worthy. I will stay here for a time, and I will watch you. I will see how you perform. How you protect those close to you. How you protect the sept. Not all of us are leaders, boy. But all of us are warriors.
No nod.
Good. Sad to say, I think I've drunk my old friend Murder Hobo down under a table somewhere. Should probably go find him.
Aiden brazen surprised eyebrow. Like, won't say anything, but just like, oh, lovely. If you want, it is customary. My pack cabin is available. My pack haven is available to you. It's an offer of hospitality and respect.
I shall impose upon your hospitality.
Nod.
Are you the alpha of your pack?
He'll nod.
Then I will see a better example of how you lead.
We are the seekers of lost truth, children of Dana.
Dana.
Nods. That is my Omega. You'll point over at 10 point.
I figured.
You'll see how good we are.
I hope to.
Aino just nod and we'll give the address of the pack place. We'll just, whenever you feel, we will make sure the place is applicable for you.
All right. It's good to meet you, Aiden.
You just nod awkwardly, wait to be almost dismissed.
I'll be by in time for dinner.
I'll make sure it's ready.
Thank you. And he'll stick out his hand.
Aiden will shake it. No problem, Ryan.
And he'll bring him really close. There's an arm around his shoulders before he says, "Don't make me regret coming here."
Aiden will look up.
And he'll smile.
Aiden will smile back.
And he'll walk off, waving a hand in the pocket.
In the wave and kind of stand there, putting his hand in his pocket, looking over at 10 point, like taking a breath, like, whew.
10 point is making efforts to smooth their hackles back down, as it were.
Yeah, he'll just turn 10 point. Get the fucking house ready. He's like walking off quite quickly.
Yeah, she will fall close behind because he left his car in the area, so it's the fastest fucking way to get home.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I imagine with that, you can say thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, ST, for STing. And thank you, watchers, for watching, because there's been a surprising number of you. And we will see you next time in the living world of darkness, Rage Across New York.